Think thinning hair makes you look older? Not anymore. These 4 smart styles can take 10 years off without adding a single strand. It's not about hiding hair loss, it's about using shape, softness, and style to feel like you again. But before we continue, I like to encourage you to watch till the end. You deserve tips tailored for you, and we're just getting started. Welcome to Eversmart Senior Women, where age is never a limit to looking and feeling amazing. Maria stood at the mirror again, brushing hair that felt thinner by the week. The soft sound of strands falling into the sink was becoming too familiar. She paused, fingertips grazing her scalp, her eyes tracing the fine lines around her reflection. "Is this just part of aging?" she whispered, not with shame, but with a quiet ache. She used to spend hours styling her hair, flipping it with laughter, tying it up in power buns for boardrooms and birthdays. But now, she felt invisible. Like her hair was slowly reflecting how the world treated her, less seen, less vibrant. But somewhere inside, a thought sparked. What if this wasn't the end of beauty, but the beginning of something new? What if thinning hair didn't have to mean looking older? What if the right style, a smart cut, a fresh shape, could bring back what she thought she'd lost? Not just volume, but herself. Today, you'll see 4 smart styles that helped women like Maria look younger without adding a single strand. Before we go on, please don't just watch and scroll. Tap that subscribe and like button now. It helps other senior women to get to know a channel like this exists, and surely the information shared here can transform their life. Let's dive in. These styles don't fight your hair, they flatter it. They don't chase trends, they honor timeless beauty. Real women over 50 are using these looks every day, not just to turn back the clock, but to turn up their confidence, presence, and joy. Style number 1, the soft layered bob, from flat to fresh. Maria used to believe that long hair meant femininity and youth. For years, she held on to her shoulder-length style, thinking it was keeping her youthful. But over time, something changed. Her once thick strands had thinned. Instead of enhancing her features, the long layers started pulling her face downward. Her jawline disappeared. Her eyes looked tired. And her confidence quietly slipping away. Then came a moment of courage and a new choice, the soft layered bob. A chin-length cut with feathered layers that softly framed her face. And just like that, everything shifted. Her cheekbones reappeared. Her neck looked longer. Her face opened up. But the most powerful change. She looked in the mirror and smiled. Not because her hair had suddenly grown back, but because she finally had a style that worked with her hair, not against it. It lifted her mood as much as it lifted her profile. No more hiding behind length. No more waiting for fullness to return. She didn't just look younger. She looked lighter, freer, more herself. If thinning hair has made your long hairstyle feel flat or lifeless, ask your stylist about a chin-length soft bob with gentle layers. The layers add volume and movement, and the shape naturally draws the eyes upward, giving your face that lifted, refreshed look. It's not just a cut. It's a comeback. Join the conversation. Would you try a bob like this, or have you already made the switch? Let us know in the comments. We're reading every story, because this space is for you. Style number 2, the wispy side fringe. Frame, soften, shine. Linda was 63 when she noticed something shifting in her reflection. Her hairline had crept back just a little. Her forehead lines deepened. And her once bright eyes seemed dimmer. She wasn't unhappy, just quietly disconnected. She still took care of herself, still brushed her hair back every morning like she always had, clean, simple, pulled away. Until one afternoon, while chatting with a kind stylist, something unexpected happened. The stylist tilted her head and said, "May I try something soft around your face?" Linda hesitated. Bangs? At her age? But she said yes. And in just a few snips, everything changed. What appeared wasn't a harsh line or a heavy curtain. It was a gentle side-swept fringe, light, wispy, airy. The kind of fringe that didn't cover, but framed. And when Linda looked up, she saw something she hadn't seen in weeks, maybe months. Her eyes softly glowing. Her smile spontaneous. Her confidence back. The fringe blurred the lines on her forehead without hiding her face. It drew attention away from thinning spots near her temples and brought the focus upward to her expression, her energy, her spark. She looked in the mirror and whispered, "There I am." If you're noticing that your face feels a bit exposed or that thinning around the temples is more visible, consider asking your stylist for a wispy, side-swept fringe. It's light, feminine, and effortless, and it gives your face softness, motion, and a hint of youth without looking like you're trying too hard. It's not about hiding age. It's about highlighting your presence with elegance. Have you ever tried a fringe or thought about it but weren't sure? Tell us in the comments, what's your experience with bangs over 50? Your voice matters here, and someone reading may just find the courage to try something new because of you. Style number 3, the volumized pixie. Less hair, more lift. Brenda had always said, "Short has not for me." To her, a pixie cut felt risky, severe, too bold, maybe even too old. She feared losing what little volume she had left. So, she kept her hair shoulder length, even as it thinned at the crown. Even as it fell flat no matter what products she used. Even as it took 30 minutes to style every morning and still didn't feel right. Then came her daughter's wedding. Photos were coming. People she hadn't seen in years. And her daughter lovingly, gently said, "Mom, what if we just tried something different? Just once." So Brenda said yes. And walked into the salon with doubt. But walked out with a transformation. Her stylist gave her a soft, volumized pixie, textured on top, light on the sides, shaped gently to flatter her jawline. And when Brenda looked in the mirror, she gasped. It wasn't that she looked younger. It was that she looked awake. Defined. Powerful. Her crown had visible volume. Her cheekbones stood out. Her jawline looked sharper. But most of all, her posture shifted. She stood straighter. Walked taller. Smiled deeper. And at the wedding, everyone noticed. Not her haircut, her glow. If thinning at the top is your biggest concern, a volumized pixie may be your hidden gem. The key is soft texture at the crown, not flat or tight and light, tapered sides that keep the look modern and airy. It doesn't shrink you. It lifts you visually and emotionally. This isn't a boyish cut. It's a bold woman's statement. Join the conversation. Would you ever go short, or have you already made the leap? Share your pixie story in the comments. Or tell us what's holding you back. You never know who you'll inspire by being real. Style number 4, the collarbone cut with soft waves, length with life. Angela, at 59, had one line she wasn't ready to cross. Just don't take too much off the length. She'd always worn her hair long. It felt feminine, safe, familiar. And she thought keeping the length meant keeping her youth. But lately, her hair didn't fall like it used to. The ends looked dry. The weight made it limp. And worst of all, it seemed to highlight the thinning at the roots even more. Still, the idea of a short cut. It felt too final. Too drastic. So when her stylist suggested a collarbone length cut with soft, airy waves, she was hesitant, but open. The result? A transformation not in inches, but in energy. The new cut hit just above her shoulders, long enough to feel like hers, but short enough to release the weight. Soft layers added movement. Gentle waves added volume. And for the first time in years, her hair didn't just hang, it flowed. Angela saw her reflection and noticed something subtle but powerful. She looked like herself again, only lighter, brighter, refreshed. She didn't feel like she gave up her identity by trimming her length. She felt like she'd reclaimed it. If you're not quite ready for short, and that's perfectly okay, try a long bob, that grazes your collarbone. Paired with gentle waves or textured layers, it can add fullness without bulk. Soften facial features. Camouflage thinning around the part or crown. Give you an effortlessly polished look with minimal styling. This cut strikes the perfect balance between graceful and youthful without forcing a change you're not ready for. Let's hear from you. Are you someone who loves their length, or are you considering a refresh like Angela's? What's held you back from trimming it, and what might inspire you to try? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your story might speak directly to someone else's heart today. So here's what we've learned. Looking younger with thinning hair isn't about chasing trends. It's about choosing styles that work with who you are, not against it. Whether you go bold with a pixie, fresh with a bob, soft with fringe, or flowy with a lob. The goal isn't to look like someone else, it's to feel like yourself again. You don't need more hair to feel beautiful. You need the right shape, softness, and confidence, and that's within reach. You've earned the right to feel radiant at every age. And here, in this space, you're not invisible. You're evolving. And we're evolving with you. Before you go, tap that subscribe button if this video spoke to you. Leave a comment to share your favorite style or the one you're finally ready to try. At Eversmart Senior Women, you're not just watching. You're part of something bigger, a community that celebrates women who rise, glow, and grow after 50 and beyond. See you in the next one.